Hello there. danger, master, danger.
Hey, welcome back. It works. It's on. Whoa, welcome, however, the first and only. It's been ages. Great to see you again. I've changed a lot in my room. I hope you can hear me. I hope the stream works. I've heard the obvious. I reinstalled the units in the meantime. I arranged my room. Everything is different. Hey, however. So I think it works. Yeah, it's great. We're gonna fly. I hope things work. I can see the chat. I can see my OBS. I can see everything. I see you over. Pew. We're in. Oh, I never mentioned where we are. Actually, I think we have a ton of things that don't work, like some of the commands and whatnot. I see there's failbot redeems. They don't work. Sorry. I'll fix that later. Yeah, we're in the same. Oh, hang on. I'm all all over. No, wait. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Now it's small me. We're in Hawaii. That's Honolulu. If you want to play along, please come. I'm on a lifetime and live weather, and the multiplayer may work. Also, I know there is some problem if you change the time and whatnot. I got this Cessna robot. We'll fly that easy thing. It works. And look, it has the canopy cover. Amazing. What is this? It's me. Hey Chavez, great to see you. I've been off for over a year. Now I'm back. Everything is different. Also, it's kind of the same. We're in Hawaii, in Honolulu, I think. So if you want, you can fly along. I hope it works. Let me know if you are trying to join and you don't see me in the multiplayer. I'm on. It's called the North Europe PHNL. Yeah, that's the one. And let me double check. I'm on line North Europe. So if you want to fly along North Europe, I know there is some trick or glitch with the lifetime, so it may not work. Also, if anything is super wrong on the stream, let me know, because I haven't done this in forever. For example, the sim sound was not on. I love the canopy cover. They're super great, but it's pretty rare that you actually have them in real plane or glider for that matter. But if you have them, it really saves the plane a lot. Well, oh, actually, I saw a video today with a super good note how to tie down your plane. It's pretty amazing, because when pilots try to do that, it looks like absolute madness. I've never seen one on non-start. I mean, we have them for gliders mostly, but actually one plane I flew did have like a cover, like a full canopy cover, and I always put it on. You know what they missed? There's this thing to push the plane. I'm not sure what it's called, like a tow rod maybe, and it happens that people forget to take with and it's just dangling below. Looks super funny. Absolutely not cool. Would not recommend. 0 out of 10. Oh, we got a dude watching the strategy to follow. Yeah, the working is funny. They fixed the running. Now we can run around in circles. That's what we do. Hey. No. How do you crouch? I forgot. Tower bar plus prop, set time. Yeah, but sometimes people manage to take off with the tower bar, so it's attached to this point, like here on the axis, so it's pretty low, and you know it's possible to take off with it without hitting the prop, and then just dangling below the plane, and the tower is like, did you forget anything? Oops. So again, oh no. It's a whoopsie moment. I know. It's usually a student situation. Why are we climbing? What? What do you think about that, Kappa? Well, why are you climbing? Why are you climbing? Hang on. I really like the new controls. So Shift, WASD, and QE are let you move around, which is cool. But I bound it to also without Shift and not bound my primary controls. But what? Why are we climbing? I have a feeling this plane is busted. There's no. Oh, and the step that you used to fuel the plane, and the handle. Also, at the Cessna 150 I flew in my training, one of them, it had two struts in here inside, and it was because it was earlier a float plane, and they converted it. I would say everyone liked the new sim. I pretty like it, although the things that don't work drive me mad. But I really like walking around, and you can actually feel how big the plane is. It's cool. And don't forget to crouch before you hit your forehead on the flap or aileron. It will leave a mark. A mark of, I don't know what you call it, but you know what I mean. Also, my camera is a bit closer. I just barely fit in. It's hilarious. I need to make it better next time. I want in. I want in. Plane. I want in. There we go. Is the music too loud? Is everything okay? Actually, no. Hang on. I'll put my microphone to the monitor so I hear how loud it is in comparison. But because there will be a delay, I will be unable to speak properly until my brain recovers. Oh, now I can hear it. Okay, it's pretty okay. I like the levels. There we go. We also have I don't have my Stream Deck configured, so I need to click manually. We also have our Navigraph, my beloved Navigraph. Actually, we can go to the FAA sectional. I super like that they added this. It's so cool. Navigraph is amazing. I really like what they're doing. Actually, maybe the VFR is better. There we go. Oh dear, there's so much stuff on it. Oh, we need to close the door. I think arguably the best feature in the sim is if you forget your pizza cover, you need to land and turn off the engine, and only then you can go out and remove it. It's great. One thing I don't like about pretty much most of the planes, they don't have the compass deviation table filled in, and the deviation is pretty much non-existent. I know the cab guy had it implemented without too much deviation, but still it was there. So I would love to see it by default. And also, oh, power not working. But I want to turn it. Hang on, I need to go to my assist and disable that. I just don't remember what that is. Assistance, and it's something about the gyro drift. Disable crash damage. No, we don't crash. Icing effect. All right, we can keep it up. Unlimited fuel. Where's the gyro drift thing? I want a gyro drift on. It's funny because the only thing that you need to have on for it to be realistic, which is weird. Whoa. There we go. All right, let's fire this plane up. Let me see. Is my throttle working? Yes, it is. Is my mixture working? Yes, it is. My carpet is not bound. What? Oh, it's push-pull. Even so, it's on-off pretty much. My elevator trim. It works. Let's put it. Can I? Yeah, let's put it in takeoff straight away. And I have this fancy microphone in the Cessna that you can use if your headset microphone is not working. It's pretty cool. Can save the day, I think. I never trust this microphones in my headset. I'm scared. Don't judge me. We'll see what we can do. Do you want me to explain everything I'm doing all the time? I super like doing that, but all right. Let's get the battery on. We just connect the mainstream instruments on the hot bus to the battery. The radios should be turned off, and the way to do that is the volume knob. It has like a notch on the very end, and then it like pops into off. So whoever flew before you should have put it into off. Right back, super light. Head out. Sorry for not being here too long. However, you came first. You're the goat. I appreciate it. Have some rest. Have some sleep. And yeah, have a good first stream back. Thank you. I appreciate it. Great to have you here again. Have a good sleep. Bye bye. Oh, the Navigraph. Look for a good Navigraph. It's me. I was mentioning, all right, the battery on, so we have the instruments on the hot bus that are turned on. However, the radios, they should be off, but flight sim normally have them in on position. So what they do is rotate this knob, this volume knob, to the off position, and there is like a click to put it into the off normally. All right, mixture in, fuel selector. Oh dear. Fuel selector. It's on or off. Which is which? This seems to be on, this seems to be off. There is no left, right, both selector in this plane. Apparently, it's just gravity feeding from both tanks. Because this plane can do it, unlike some other planes. Oh, and we have the spin recovery instructions, so we can always read this essay whenever we are in absolute... what? Absolute hopelessness of a situation. I'm not sure what this is. I think this is emergency door release, so I think if you pull that, it will like pull the hinges out and you can remove the door. I think that's what it is. Also, it doesn't say. Oh, look, there is a placard. It doesn't say anything. Great. Do not pull. Altitude encoder equipped. That's interesting. I wonder if it's like a altimeter with a magnetic pickup that does the thing. It's much more precise. That's interesting what they mean. Unless they mean transponder, but I doubt it. So let's put it into 1200 since we are in the US. Also, it's very far away US. Is anyone here? Did I mention like the new keybinds? I like them. Awesome. When I'm streaming, I don't think I see any impact to the FPS, which is cool because in 2020 I did see it a lot. Oh, look, the pink building. No, it's actually not pink. I mean, it's actually pink. It's not the wrong texture pink. Sexy Vexy, Sky Command, welcome. Great to see you again. I mean, I've been out forever. We're just firing out the plane in Hawaii. You can fly along if you want. Or you cannot. Happy Friday the 13th. Oh, it's actually 1 minute past midnight, so we're safe now. Alright, all but luck is gone. My black cat is sleeping. I'm a-okay. I wanted to get our lights on, so to do. You get the now lights on. This tells everyone someone's in the plane. It can be a mechanic, can be anyone. And we want to start the engine, so we'll get our beacon on. So it runs, whoa, this guy's about to start the engine. I better not come close to the prop. Looking so good. Can I see you fly? I will fly. It's your birthday. Celebrating by not flying. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Actually, I can make myself look a bit warmer because I think it's a bit too cool. I've got this remote for my lights. It worked. I think that's a bit better. So, I don't even remember how it works. We can put it to nuclear blast, which is a bit too bright. I think that was okay. Also, I got this certified CFI hairstyle. I can recommend. It's very handy. Very great in summer, not so bad in winter. Can't totally recommend. I've got the tools, I've got it covered. And you know, many CFIs have this look. It's great. My chat reading game is not on point. I'm delayed. Also, my monitor is not in a super friendly position. Maybe I'll need to get some chat on an iPad in future. I think that will be a bit better. Everything works. Let me know if something is broken. I didn't bother setting up everything perfectly in OBS. I just got the minimum I can. My little profile worked. I copied the profile and after reinstalling the Windows and Sim and everything, it works. It's pretty amazing. Okay, I was saying there is a primer there is a primer in this plane. There absolutely is a primer. So also this tells you it's a carbureted engine, not a injected engine. And there must be a primer, there is. So you prime to test, to taste, as required. That's what the manual says. You never know. Is there a fuel pump? Is there a fuel pump in this plane? No. Is that a no? That might be a no. Oh, also parking brake. 1, 2, 3 primes. I think that's gonna work. So the colder it is, the more I think in it. The warmer it is, the less I think in it. I have most of my time in tech now, which is a bit more clever and doesn't have these fancy things. It actually has the, I forgot the name, like in old cars. Section? No, I forgot the name. Right, engine's primed, mixture's in, throttle we need like a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch, and you can't really tell in sim how much is what. What you do, even so we have the also the parking brakes. Remember the way it works in real plane is you hold the brakes, whatever pressure you hold, you lock it with the parking brake. So if you pull that without pushing the pedals first, it will do absolutely nothing. So you need to push the pedals, pull that, raise the pedals. However, for starting, you still push on the pedals just to make sure it's under control, and you can instantly apply more pressure if it's needed. So looks look around, there's no one there. Clear prop. Alright, and get this starter to start, and then do for it's hard to start. Oh yeah, it started. Alright, I'll get this engine sounds this guy. I hope that works. So let's start that. First thing you need to check, oil pressure is rising. If it's not rising, you're out of oil and your engine will die. So you need to shut it down. Alternator on. We keep the engine in like 1000 RPM. Where's the RPM meter? Or maybe a bit low. Just when it's cold, it might run very slow, so it's a good idea to add it some RPM, so it's not chuckling and doing funny stuff. And let's go get our instruments on. So radios go on. It's funny that the right side doesn't turn off the nav radio. I'm pretty sure that should be like, also there is no like off marking, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just going off here. Alright, transponder standby. Transponder supposedly needs some time to warm up. And the thing I was mentioning earlier, the gyro drift. So there is a gyro that... Oh, let me explain from the beginning. We have this magnetic compass, but it's very wobbly. It's literally very hard to use in flying, especially in turns. So what we have instead, we have this gyro-driven compass card. But the problem is, because of the Earth rotation, mostly, it will get out of sync. So if you just have it running here and wait, it will just start showing wrong values. So every like 15-minute stops, you need to synchronize it. And the way you do that, you look here in the center, because otherwise you have the parallax effect. And I think it's modeled here. Yeah, look, now it's showing right of this small line. And if you go in the middle, it's slightly left on the small line. So if you don't do that, you'll get the wrong course. And also numbers go the wrong direction. So that's 21 here, 24 here. So that's 22 to 6. So let's get it to 6. Tack. Right, so the way I do that is I put it on the mark. Actually, here we also have the parallax effect, and one click. There we go. Normally, I would have to apply the deviation, but our card is not filled. Our mechanics are, will be busted for that. I don't know what the altimeter is here. Oh, also, there's another bug in those analog instrument altimeters. They don't go below 0, which is weird. They should do that for many reasons. Either airports below sea level, B, if you have wrong altimeter settings, you still want to see if you're climbing or descending just by altimeter alone. Right, I'll not bother too much. I think we're like this high. We're barely above sea level, so I'll put it here. Right, this set our rates around blah blah blah. We can have our transponder to alt. Oh, one thing I wanted to do but I forgot is to turn on the strobe for just starting the engine, so it can alert anyone in case they didn't see the beacon. The strobes are just much easier to see. So what I would normally do, put that on, get the starter on as soon as it starts, and I'm happy with the oil pressure and alternator. I'll just get the strobe off. If you have any questions, please let me know. Oh, there's ads. There's ads. Ooh. There's billion minutes ads. I'll wait for that. Also, PSA, if you want this fancy schmancy budget they have, you can do that by sharing a clip from any clip from Twitch to YouTube or TikTok, and within like 24 hours you'll get the badge. It's only until today. Actually, December 13th. Those ads are so long. It's crazy. I wonder if any of you have Twitch Turbo like I do, so we don't watch the ads anyway. I can super recommend it. At least I like it. Right, just here. We're parked the wrong way. Yay, the ads are back. All right, we started the engine, so I think we can go. I was saying that normally I would just turn on the strobe light just before turning on the engine, and just after it starts I'll just turn off strobe lights. Reason is it's much easier to attract anyone to the danger they're about to walk into with the strobe lights. All right, so what we can do, control check. Remember, if you have any instructor on board or passenger, do let them know you're about to do controls check, and that will bump their knees. Even if they warn them, you will have that. So what I usually do, I pull it all the way, full left, so I can see if it's bumping my knee. Full forward, keeping that full left, so I can see where it goes. Full right. And normally it will really hit your legs. It's super crampy here, so it's a good idea to do that just to see if your body is not blocking the controls and if the controls are working. You can actually have a look here if they're moving. You may or may not be able to see the elevator. You're actually able to see that. Also, look, the probe wash is affecting it the wrong way. How come? No, it's affecting the right. No, it's the wrong way. Why? I don't know. This is in the way. I'll just get it off. Unlike. So, step on the brakes, parking brake off, taxi light on, which is probably very hard to see in the Cessna anyway, especially during daylight. I noticed the Cessnas have a really hard time turning on a dime like they should be able to do. So what I do is I have full rudder and I have like full brake, and then it can turn on a dime. Well, okay, it actually cannot. Hang on. I knew I was able to do that. So you need to be very slow, have a lot of power, and like half brake, The problem is that the nose wheel is not turning as tight as it should be. Like normally it rotates like 90 degree, oh sorry, 80 degree, like a lot. Right, let's see where we go now. Where's my... There we are. Jeez, I have so many layers in OBS, I don't know what they are. So we need to go... Oh, actually to get out of this, we need to go straight ahead. And where did we take off? I think we can take off for right. Let's do that. I know what doing this. We can actually check that. Hang on. I think I have Navigraph in Sim as well. Let's see how well it works. I think tab, yeah, tab is the tablet. It's easy to remember. Tablet. We put it like right over there. I think like that. Is that big enough? I hope it is, because I don't think I have a way to change it. More apps, Navigraph charts. Alright, lo and behold, will it actually load? It's spinning, not out of control. Alright, it's actually loaded. So we go like, it's just okay. Oh, I can type here. PHNL, go. Weather. Oh, that's what I was about to check. The wind is. It's 30 degree. 30 degree. I'm in a hoodie. I would be toast in there. Jeez, that's a lot. Degree. What's the temperature? Oh no, I'm looking for the wind. 070. All right, so runway 4 is okay. Hey, this tablet is cool. I actually like it. Also, this sea level pressure, contrary to popular belief, it's not the same as the QNH, so better not use it unless you're on the sea level. If you're at sea level, then you can use that, otherwise not. What's that? No notifications. Okay. Tablet is super cool. I really like that Asobo put a lot of work to have this stuff that other companies did, and they put it in the game by themselves. It's super cool. Right, we know where to go. Let's go. Also, I have a habit now of not taxing on the taxi line, so I'll try to fix that. So it's in this plane. It's not super great, it's not turning. Our vertical speed indicator seems a bit busted. I don't like it. How do I get that? I super like the trees that are in the new sim. This variety of trees, I think it really makes a difference for me. Looks just more on the spot. Oh, also I should pull the elevator back when I'm taxiing, just to unload the nose wheel. It actually makes a difference. There was a plane there, but it's now gone. Brake. Okay, brake. I forgot to put on my track IR. Right, so you want to see if there's anyone in the approach sector, which in this plane is not so easy because the wing is blocking it. I don't see anyone. Alright, first flight of the day. Actually 2 days. First flight this year on stream, about to begin. Wish me luck. I forgot all my stuff. So strobes on, landing lights on. this guy. What's the right flyer doing here? Oh, it's not doing great. Also, it's a multi-engine plane, so they had to have the multi-engine rating. They didn't. Right, let's take off. I don't really know the speeds. I don't know what the VX and the VY is. I think it's like 65 knots ish. Right, the multiplayer is definitely working. So, right, yoke back. Whoa, full throttle, engine instruments. I didn't even check that. The plane's already in the air. Right, trim back. Keep that climb. I'm not doing great. Alright, keep 70-ish knots. It's okay. Step on the brakes. Over 200 feet, reduce power into the green range. So that's like 25. Flaps up. Watch the speed. And watch the nose. Don't dip it or pull it because of the flaps moment. Oh, and the lights. Landing lights off and taxi lights off. I take off both of them so it's more visible in Cessna. It's not a Boeing, so you know those lights are not that great. Actual rise. That's my first flight in the setup I have after changing all my peripherals sit. It's actually pretty okay. Right, I haven't seen a Cessna fly climb this good. Where do you go now? Also, you can see the trees like there on the ridge. I think I maxed out my like terrain settings, so it's pretty cool. Right, this looks way cooler than 2020. Acceptable flat boats. Anyone knows the area where we should fly? Where should we fly? I maybe want to fly between those mountains? Or just have a look around. Or maybe we can check the stalls and everything, how the plane behaves. One thing I think I have been having a problem with is when I try to set my default pilot position. So let's say I want it there. There. I think my monitor is not in the center. I need to fix it later. I have a keybind for that. Let's see if it worked. It worked. Alright, climb. Let's go over the water and can do some maneuvers. I haven't been flying in forever. Oh, the turn and slip indicator is covered by the yoke. I'll get the other yoke for you so you can at least see what I'm doing. Also, I've heard there's a problem with this turn indicator. Oh, it just doesn't work at all. The turn coordinator and the plane, the plane here. It's not moving at all. Why? Why are they broken? Well, anyway, let's get to 3000 feet and we can do some slow flights, steep turns, all sorts of maneuvers that we normally do on a recurrent, just to make sure I know how to handle the plane. Right, 3000 feet coming up in 100 feet. Right, now I'll roll back the throttle, let's slow down, try to keep this 3000 feet. And let's see how it behaves. Trim back, trim back, trim back. And I'll try to stall it, see what happens. Right, pulling, throttle idle, and it wants to roll. Right, recover. Push the out, get the speed, pull up, not too hard so we don't stall again. Add some power now, and we're good to go. Right, now I can do that again. So, let's stall it. Oh, now we have spin. Alright. Throttle, rudder, and pull it. So we have this spin recovery procedure. And now add power, so we don't stall again. I think the power acronym is good. Power, aileron, rudder, elevator. So power idle, aileron neutral, rudder opposite to the direction of the turn, and elevator once you get the speed, start pulling it. So also neutral, then once you get the speed, start pulling it. Let's try this again. Right, we got a bit lower, 2000 feet. I think it's okay. So idle. Now it just stalled. Alright, idle, push, get speed, slightly pull, nose on the horizon, add power, there we go. Interesting. Oh, also it's aerobat Cessna, so we can do aerobatics with that. Let's try the steep turns. I always have a problem with them, it's not easy. I have a hard time getting the right elevator input and right rudder input and right run input. So the idea is you get a 60-degree turn, you put your indicator over here, but you also try to fly level. So you need to pull, in theory you pull 2 Gs at 60-degree turn. But then if you, well, depending on how much you push, you'll get this vertical speed up or down, but also you need to use your rudder to keep the nose on the horizon, and I'm not best at it, so I'm not sure how it should be done properly. Also the coordinated turn basically doesn't work at this attitude in a 60-degree turn, so what I'm trying to do is get enough elevator input to have this 2G so it's turning, because if for example I push the elevator, I can have this in this knife edge position, but it's not turning very well, and it's also descending. Let's keep it at 1500 feet. Also, I wouldn't do it this low in aeroplane, so maybe let's climb first. What's the green range on the RPM here? It goes to 2600. So that's our maximum continuous power, and it seems if I put the throttle all the way in, it just goes there. I think our best climb speed, best angle, well, I think best angle of climb will be like 665, and then best rate of climb, it will be probably like 70. I will need the mixture a bit as well. If any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try to explain if I can. Let's double check. So our gyro is looking okay. So it's roughly 080, and we're roughly showing 080 here. Double check. So that's actually 08, like 4, 084. Perfect. So that's still okay. The engine in this Cessna is too good. I think the 152s don't climb that great. My camera is clipping just above my head. Anyway, it works for today. Alright, 3000 feet. Let's get it level. And what speed do you want to have? 80? I think 80 sounds okay. So what you should do is level first, wait for the speed to accelerate, and then pull back the throttle. Otherwise, you will have a hard time keeping it level and waiting forever for it to accelerate. So let's try to get the power somewhere right. Let's trim it. Alright, I think we're good. So let's do right turn now. First, add some power because we'll need extra power in turn. Right rudder, right aileron. Start pulling on the elevator. And like 45 is easy, but getting up to 60, it feels super awkward. Wow, now I'm doing it much better than the last time. So I think what you need to do is you can correct this vertical speed with the rudder and then use the elevator slowly, because if you pull on the elevator it takes a long time for the vertical speed to change. Alright, let's roll on south. Ooh, that was a bit too far. Right, let's come back again. I'm not great at that. I need to train more. Alright, there's 3000 feet, now left. So I'll do 360 and then roll out into opposite turn straight away. So rudder, aileron, pull, add some power. This is hard, I don't know, people do that like nothing happens and I'm struggling always. I think it's just a matter of practice. So I rolled out a bit too early now. Hang on, I was about to roll out on south. I think I missed the first full turn. I think I'm just concentrating on the VSI a bit too much. So let's look at the nose. I think that's way better. So let's make it harder for me. I'll just get the tablet there and hope it works. Oh, I cannot put it there. Maybe we can have something else. Let's get this guy. Perfect. So what I want to do is cover my VSI so I don't look there. No, I don't think I can do that. Alright, I'll just ignore it. No left. So I'm just looking at the nose. I think that will make it better. And just glancing at our bank indicator or altitude indicator and glancing at the altitude. Okay, I think that works better. So the nose is not all over the place. I forgot to be at the even 3000 feet before doing that. What do we do next? We try to stall it. I can try the slow flight. Actually, let's try stalling it with flaps. Let's get full flaps. Let's get it up with full power and then try to stall it with full power and full flaps. It should be pretty violent. There we go. Right. Power. No. All neutrum. Rather elevator. I think I get it faster than I can say it, which is weird. Labs up. Right, let's go exploring. Or do we do some maneuvers? There is maneuvers in the US they do. Lazy 8s and chandels, which we don't do here. And at some point I want to learn them. I'm not sure if choosing the slowest plane on Earth for exploring was the best idea. So maybe we can just do a loop around the city. Also the city over here, just climbing those hills. Whoa. He's flying too fast. What do we do? 2200 RPM. I think that should be reasonable for this plane. How low do we want to go? I think 1500 should be okay. Our fuel quantity looks like a third. I didn't even check at the beginning of flight how much we had. I think we had a half, so now we're at a third. Alright, now wait, it feels like being frozen there in this aircraft, but it's actually moving. What you can do is you can look at some element on the left and see if it's moving or not. Except there's only water here, so maybe that way it's more apparent. Alright, everything's working great. I didn't have too much stream oopsies, except for leaving you on Navigraph. We have those ads, they will start again in 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. I'm still not sure what's the best way to navigate that. Maybe I should have some alert blaring in my ear that there are ads about to come. Also, I'm not sure if you want the pre-roll ads or the mid-roll ads. I'm kinda undecided. I personally prefer the pre-roll because I just see them once and forget, but I know for Discovery it's much better to have the mid-roll, and I'm super conflicted about that. Also need to some left rudder in this flight, which is weird. I would accept the right rudder. Right, plane is pretty much trimmed. Let's check my directional gyro. So if you go in the middle, it shows 36036, and if you go here, so now I need to correct that. Also, after some maneuvers you should correct that, because normally the gyro will get disturbed and not show the same thing anymore. Whenever I see those pinkish buildings, I'm scared this is the magenta texture problem, but it actually isn't. It was supposed to be like that. Also, they look kinda flat, Flight 98 style-ish. I like the mountains, so look pretty okay. And the trees. I like that we have the trees on the ridgeline, but they look a bit odd, being a bit lonely there. Alright, now we can just chill, go there. Where to go? I think we can fly behind that hill and come back to the airport, do some landings. See how I can handle that. Probably not very well. I didn't bring anything to drink, big mistake. Also, I think the other microphone is handling pretty well. So what happened is my audio interface, the headphone jack, broke, and I disassembled the whole audio interface, and waiting until I feel I can solder the new jack. I can actually show it. It's all in parts. Hang on. It's not on autopilot, by the way. I'll just stream part one click. See, plane flies if you're not disturbing it. So my audio interface. Oh, my audio interface is currently in pieces, except it's very green and in the back. And what I need to do is solder out the headphone jack, headphone socket, and put a new in. But I need to buy the new one, and I don't have it yet. Right, the pilot is back. Oh, we actually cannot blind by that. It's not a hill. It's a proper mountain. Why did it look like a hill before? I don't know. Small Vex. Alright, let's go back to the airport. I mean, cross-country flying in this plane takes forever. It's so funny. Fuel situation, we're at the quarter. So, let's head back there. I can see the big dongle, aka the tower. I think what I'll do is let's do a proper traffic pattern. I somehow descended into 1000 feet, so let's keep it there and make a nice right hand trike pattern. At the right hand, so I keep my trike pattern out of the airport, not flying over the airport. It would be pretty weird. Alright. 2000 minutes later, we'll reach the place. Anyway, if you're our building in this plane, it's pretty cool because you can just watch the Earth slowly passing by, but if you need to get somewhere, that's probably not the best plane for the job. I think the plane going up and down all the time. I think that's thermals and turbulence, so that's pretty cool. That actually happens in the real plane. What I absolutely didn't like was the wind gusts smacking the nose left and right, but have they corrected that in this update? I actually don't know. I don't think they did. Alright, so I'm aiming to be about this far. Let's see our wind situation. Can I actually click on the airport here? I can. Open airport, weather. Wind situation is... Jeez, 070, 16, gusting 26. Whoa. So what I like to do is I like to see which side that is. So I look 070, so that's basically tailwind right now. So we're good. Also, what runway are we landing? That is runway 8, right. But I would like to have the runway heading. So let's see that. We go to charts. Unfortunately, it's not here, and when you have so many runways, it's actually 8 left and right, but it may or may not coincide with the actual heading of the runway. So we go to airport info. Oh, the wrong one. There we go. This airport info. Alright, 079er. Cool. So 080 in my book. Alright, 265. See, under 5 degrees went by. There's the runway. And one thing you can do, you can use this as a note taker. So I'll just put 080 here. Actually, 079. Tac. And now I don't need to remember it. I just remember I stored that value here. So it's here. Pretty handy. I can recommend. Super cool thing. Right, so what we'll do, we'll wait to be a beam threshold, and then we'll start our thing. So let's try to keep 1000. I'll start slowing down. Maybe let's keep it the normal cruise speed. There's the aiming point. So we're a beam. What I'll do is I will reduce the power to, like, maybe not idle, but halfway there. Get the harp. I don't think we need carb heat in this temperature, but in my climate I will have it for a while, so let's keep it. Let the plane decelerate, get in the shallow descent, speed check, flaps 10. So first notch of flaps, and then when our runway is somewhere like 45 degree line, that's the theory, I always have a hard time doing that. We'll start the turn. I know I've been converging with the runway, so I'll probably get a bit short. And we were aiming for 80 on the downwind. Now we are aiming for 70 on base. And that's why I don't like high wing planes. I cannot see for the life of me where the runway is. There it is. So second notch of flaps, 70. Let's keep it that way. Also remember, my power has been reduced all the way since we have been a beam, and slowly roll on to final. I have a tendency to drop full flaps in turn, but what you should do is get out the turn, then drop the full flaps. Alright, and we'll keep it 65. I think that's a speed that will make the plane happy. And that's the angle, like it's way steeper than the airliner would have, but it's a comfortable angle for a prop plane. Also remember, the prop plane will brake a lot because the prop is a huge brake. Right, keep the speed. Now remember, attitude for speed, power for... Right, pitch for speed, power for what? For decent angle. So I'll try to do that. I think the wind is slightly from the left, so what I'm doing is I'm now rolling to the left and keeping right rudder input, so it will keep me on the center line. Also, if you feel the wind is from the left, I want to be on the left side on the center line, so I get blown to the downwind side of the runway. Aim at this aiming point, and we'll see how this will pan out. So far so good. It's going way better than I anticipated or felt comfortable with. So we want to keep the 60 knots minimum, at least. My instructors were not happy if I ever went below that, because a wind gust can get you stalled, and we don't want that. Alright. The first power, which I forgot the name, round out. I'll start reducing power slowly, get us into the flare. Now what you can do, if you keep the decent power, the plane will just start floating over the runway. So what I'm trying to do now is align it with the runway, and we'll just float there because we can do that. So align the nose with the runway with rudder and keep enough aileron input so that it doesn't drift, and slowly start rolling back power, and we should get down. Alright, now I'm in the stall area. So slowly roll it back, and there we have touched one wheel. Remember to keep it aligned with the runway. I think we had another liftoff. Alright, that wasn't very well. Keep it on the runway, keep that back yoke input, flaps 2 clicks up. Look, who forgot the lights, so let's get the lights on. Full power, engine and instruments, green, green, green. I'm keeping this back yoke pressure so it unsticked itself by itself. the plane just went flying without me doing anything. Keep that nose slightly up, keep the climb slightly up. 200 feet, roll the power back to, oh, it's already there, to 20, well, let's keep 24. Flaps up, oh, I forgot that, and lights off. Let's make it better next time. And keep the runway heading. I say I'm not over the runway anymore, happens all the time. Alright, normally you would want to start your crossing turn after you pass end of the runway, otherwise the controller might be a bit unhappy. Also, it depends on the situation. Sometimes they want you to get out of the way ASAP. 1000 feet, so I'm slowly pushing. Right, there's 90 knots. Keep it there, roll back the power. Let's get that crosswind turn going. I would normally have a heading back or anything set so I can see easily where everything is, but I don't have it here, so I just keep 080 on the left arrow here. Although we had quite a strong headwind, so let's keep it like 10 degrees off. That's probably an overkill, but let's keep it this way. Right, 3 minutes, so I don't need to push and pull the yoke all the time. I think we're fair enough. I actually didn't look where anything was. Looked good enough. Keep that nose up. Alright, and we want to be around here. So 080 is just on our backs. Let's double check that wind situation. Actually, this tablet is super handy. I really like it now. Can I actually make it bigger or smaller? I don't think I can. It just seems to be stuck in this view, no matter what I do. The wind is 070, so that's slightly from our right, so we need like a degree or two. Well, maybe not 5. I would normally see that, but I haven't practiced a lot. So you can actually see where you are going, but then you need to think like, am I flying parallel to the runway or not? So we're a beam. Roll back the power. Carb key on, LADs on. Let it slow down. Flaps 10 degrees. Add some power, so we keep that 80 knots. And a shallow descent. And when we're like 45-degree angle, start the turn. So now we're looking to be for the 080 to be normally on this side, but I will need to turn a bit into the wind. Speed is a bit too high. Right, so there's 080. I will make like 10 degree more. There's a runway, keep the shallow descent. Flaps 20. Keep speed at 70. Correct the nose after the flaps moment. Whacked it, I think, up in this plane. I'm not sure. Right, I think I'm looking to be somewhere at around 500 feet when I'm turning final. Alright, I'll try to make my turn a bit early, so I do the dogleg, but I don't have too tight the turn at the end there. I think I did it a bit too early. But anyway, it's better to make it too early than too late, because if it's too late, you have the tendency to pull it and it can stall the plane, and we don't like it. Alright, level, speed check, flaps full, trim down. Get this carb kit off. We need carb kit off for the go around on carb down, not good for the engine. Keep that airspeed at around 65. So pitch for speed, power for glide angle. Aim on that aiming point. Do we have Papier or not? I'm not sure. Is that Vasilites? I think that is Vasilites, but they look a bit awkward being on top of each other. Alright. 65-ish knots. That's my target. I can keep it between 60 and 70. Alright. See, the wind is from the left again, so right rudder to keep nose on the runway, left aileron to not be drifting, and I want to be on the upwind side of the central line, so slightly to the left. Because if I'm not, the wind will blow me either more to the downwind side. Oh, and we can see the wind is a lot from the left here. Interesting, so it's not matching the wind that we have in the meter. Right, lot of left aileron, a lot of right rudder, keeping it slightly on the upwind side, because on the flare I will get blown to the downwind side anyway. Round out, roll back the throttle and go into flare. So I have a hard time judging the correct altitude. Right, we're full idle. There we go, and keep that backstick pressure, back yoke pressure, and pull it all the way, like slowly. Don't just whack it all the way back, but slowly get it to full back yoke input. Perfect. All right, let's do one more, and maybe we'll call the day. I don't want to overdo it on the first stream, unless we do 24-hour stream or 12-hour stream. No, we won't. Where's my timer? 1 hour 18. Not so bad. Awesome. Everything is working pretty well. I just need to get my OBS and Stream Deck and everything set up and get my chat in some better place so they can actually read it. All right. So what I do for the takeoff, I keep my yoke like halfway back and get some left aileron. You can see that on the right here, what the right yoke is doing. Actually, let me get this yoke. Right, slowly advance to full power. Engine instruments green, green, green. And slowly move that yoke forward, but keep the nose wheel unloaded. And there we go. Turn into the wind slightly. Keep that nose slightly up. Make sure I'm not sinking. Accelerate to like 70-80 knots. It's happening very fast here. Faster than I can talk through it. 200 feet. Reduce power, but we're already in the green. Flaps up. And lights off. Alright, it's going great. 500 feet. So, normally on a shorter runway, I would be way beyond the runway, and 500 feet is the minimum altitude I'm comfortable to start the turn. So let's start it now. Alright, last landing, and we call it a day. I don't want to overdo it. So 080 is here. We are just leveling at 1000 feet. So level off, accelerate, let's keep 90 knots, and then reduce power. Alright. Let's have a look. Looks about okay. I think we want our threshold on the 45-degree line. Oh, there's rapid linear patterns on the waves. Right, start the turn. I need way more practice, but Sim is pretty cool tool to do that practice. So I'm looking forward for some more practice. I think I've overshot that also. I want like 5-degree into the wind. So normally 080 will be here. So what I'm looking at is 080 just behind my back. So that's here at 260 and then at 5 degrees into the wind. So 265. Right, try to keep that 100 feet. We're already abeam. So what I do is I reduce power generously, like halfway between here and idle. Carpy down, lights off, on, get that shallow descent, slow down to 80. Now we're looking for that 45-degree angle here. I think that's about now. Turn into base leg, and I should keep it under 20 degree, ideally 15 degree turns. Alright, now 080, want it about here and a bit for the wind correction, so about that. Slow down to 70, flaps 20, trim down a bit. There's the runway. I think we're a bit too low, so I'll add some power. Actually, we're just flat now. I want this shallow descent. Right, I'll start turning now. 15-degree turn. Keep it at 70 knots. Alright, we're a bit early, so roll out here. I'll get the flaps full. Carp it off. And lights are on. Now, pitch for speed. Power for glide angle. I need to trim it because I'm pushing the yoke all the time. I don't want to be doing that. Right, we're a bit fast, so I'll try to slow down. Get that plane on the center line. And in JA I prefer the side sleeve method, not the crab method. It's just much easier to get that right in the flare phase, and I don't have a power problem here, so I can just keep that sleep on all the time. Right, now we're way too fast, so roll back that power. Keep that rudder so we're aligned with the center line, and use my aileron to move left or right. So now I got a bit to the downwind side. I want to be upwind south. Just like that. So just left of the center line, and during the flare I will get blown down it anyway. Alright. Round out, pull the nose a bit up. Start rolling back the power, go into flare. I still have a hard time judging the altitude, and see I got on the downwind side anyway. Way more right rudder. There we go. Keep that back yoke pressure all the way. And I think we're good. Right. Flaps up. And we can vacate over there. I think there's taxiway just coming up. Where's doublet? Here's the doublet. Oh, I don't think we want this Romeo 3. We want the Romeo 5. So that's so far. Actually, let's vacate here in Romeo 3. I wonder how it would work in the real airport. Would they let us go here? It's not a big problem for the small Cessna. Definitely a problem for a Boeing or anything. Maybe if I chose the drone for right, I think would be able to stop before taxiway Foxtrot. Is the taxiway over here? I think it's just over there. Yeah. Are we taking a car for landing? Landing. Did I miss it? Yeah, you missed all of it. I was about to end. Do you want to see again? Let's do it. Just for you. No! Alright, alright. You win, you win. We'll do that again. So one more rather, just for you. Welcome back. My flying skills are not there yet, but I super like practicing in this plane. So let's go through this again. Landing lights are on, carpet is off, flaps are at 10. What we do now is get the yoke like halfway back and some left aileron because we have wind from the left. Full power and engine instruments. I don't see them here, but green, green, green. And alright, slowly releasing that bad pressure, but keeping the nose wheel unloaded. Keeping it to the wind, don't sink. Now, turn a bit into the wind, so we have the wind correction, level off. 200 feel, full power. Laps up, roll back the power a bit, so it's into the green, but it has been in the green all along. Wait for 500 feet for the turn. And I think I need to use this H dial so the engine is not having so much power. It just feels weird. 500 feet, we get to the right. It's runway 8, so we're heading 080. I wait for the 080 to be on here, except I will keep a bit wind correction to the left. So a bit early. Let's keep it like that. I'll level out of 1,000 feet. Actually, I think it's time already for our turn. So I think we want our threshold to be on the 45-degree angle. So level up first, wait for the speed to accelerate to 90 knots. Roll back the power to like 22. Now it's time for a turn. It's all happening so fast. How come? I think you rolled the power a bit too much. So now I'm looking for 080 to be just on my back, but I will add like 5 degrees for the wind correction. So let's give it this way. So I'm actually remember the runway heading, which is 079, which I stored conveniently here, and I'm looking for this arrow in the back to point at my 080 plus 5 degrees to the right. Result voltage. I'm trying. It's not where I wanted it, but I'm trying. So now we're abeam and we do our landing thing. So roll back the power like halfway, get into shallow descent and decelerate to 80 knots. I forgot the lights. So lights on, carpet on, speeds check, flaps 10. But I want to keep it like 80 knots. So I slow down way too much. And now we're looking for a threshold to be at 45-degree angle in the back. I think I just need more power. Also, it's 30 degrees, so the carpet would absolutely not be necessary here, but I do it to keep my habit here in the climate where I live. We absolutely need it. Alright, there's 45-degree angle, get the right turn. I want 50-degree bank. Predict pure butter. There you go. I don't have any predictions done. I just got the minimal I need for the stream. Keep that shallow descent at 80 knots. So 080 is under here. I'll add 10 degree for the wind correction. So 080 is now here on the right, plus 10 degree. Slow down to 70 knots and flaps 20. That's my target on the base leg. Flaps are going to 20. I need to push on the yoke and trim it. Alright, now it's turn to final. So turning to final, keep that 15-degree bank. That's the optimal one. I think don't do it more than 30. Or you might get yourself killed one day. Alright. Flaps full. And now I want to keep 65 knots on the final approach. I want to line up with the center line. I think what's happening is because we are going into the wind on this base leg. That's why I'm always too early. So I prefer the sleep method in GA because I don't have problem with not enough power on final. So what I'll do is I'll use the rudder to align our nose with the central line and use aileron to like sleep left or right, so I stay slightly upwind of the central line. The wind is from the left, as you can see with this windsock, so I need left aileron, right rudder, and the idea is to keep nose on the central line and use the ailerons to sleep left or right and keep this 60-65 knots for the final. Alright, now I need to roll back. Whoa, I had way too much power, so that was the problem. See, if I'm not looking for a moment, we are getting on the wrong side of central line. The wind is always trying to get me downwind, so I'm trying to step up upwind, so I'm not aiming to be on the central line, I'm aiming to be like somewhere like halfway between the aiming point and the central line. And you'll see in the flare I'll get blown on the downwind side anyway. Yeah, I'm trying to do all the corrections, but you can clearly tell I have been practicing a lot. So I know the theory, but getting it right and not forgetting any of the 5 things you need to do at the same time, not so easy. I forgot the final check, so carp it off. And see, we're getting on these downwinds again. Normally also to be happening, the wind will be slowing down the closer you get to the ground, simply because of the friction. So keep that 60 knot. Now what I do is the round out, so that's the first phase. Roll back, slowly start rolling back the power, keep that nose on the central line and use my aileron to not slip and pull. There we go. So now my mistake was I released the rudder and I'm keeping the back yoke pressure and slowly pulling it all the way back, so we unload our nose wheel. Right, that's it. I'm feeling pretty exhausted. It's the first time I've been streaming in forever. Where's the taxiway? No. So let's vacate, taxi the ramp, shut down, and call it day. Cool stuff. Oh, is that again? I need to think about that. Anyway, thanks for coming, Sky Command. I will be in a few minutes. Anyway. There we are. This small little Cessna is super cool for this practice. I can totally recommend it. It just takes like 6 minutes for a traffic pattern, which is a lot, but when you're not in practice like me, it feels like everything is happening so fast. And then imagine you're flying like a military jet, which does it 3 times faster, maybe 2 times faster. I'm not sure how long the pattern takes for them. Must be absolute madness. Everything is happening so fast. Also, when I'm taxiing, I'm trying to keep that back yoke pressure and the left aileron. There is the taxiway. I super like the charts in the tablet now. That's so convenient. Right, let's use the taxiway. Our Cessna has no problem maneuvering here. And get the flaps up, strobes off, landing light off, keep the taxi light on. So now I probably need to right aileron. The whole idea is to unload the nose gear most of the time and try to keep the plane level. In some planes you can really feel the wind pushing you to the side, so the plane will taxi like tilted, which feels super odd. And then what you need to do is just keeps the aileron in the wind and then the plane stays level. I'm not sure if I can demonstrate that here. So if I go full left aileron, nah, nothing happens. Actually, Yeah, I think there is some effect. So what can happen is that we have wind from the left, so it will lean plane to the right. So I need some left aileron into the wind, plus some back yoke pressure to unload the nose wheel. And you can clearly see that happening with the elevator. And this nose wheel is very flimsy. You don't want to have it loaded. So you always want to unload it. So I have full back yoke pressure, left aileron, and use my rudder to hopefully stay on the center line. It's not easy. That's a lot to do. Well, look, there's a funny taxiway over here. I do have a PPL IRL. I have also CPL and I've passed the ATPL exams here in Europe. Also, I haven't been flying since 2020, so all my ratings expired, but anyway, I still have those 200 hours in airplanes, and I also have 100 hours in gliders. I started gliders when I was 16, now I'm 36, so it's been 2 decades flying with long breaks. Cool stuff. And I really like GA. I spent countless hours or years on the Aeroclub airfield. It's super cool. And as you can see, there's all those little details that you need to know about this thing. If you don't know them and you're doing wrong, the chances nothing will happen, but one day it might get you. Like, I remember one day taxiing in a very strong crosswind, and I'm like, what's wrong? Why is the plane tilted? What's happening? Oh, yeah, sure, I forgot I need to keep my aileron. So I'm trying to remember that in the sim, but when I'm streaming, it's much easier to do everything right because I feel that pressure. I want to do it right and show it the right way. When I'm just flying alone in sim, I'm like, I don't care. Such clarity and knowledge. Thanks. I'm very glad to hear that. I'm happy I can explain things to you and hopefully make you learn a thing or two. I think the tutorials in Flight Sim are pretty good, but they don't have all this detail, and I can assure the real instructor will get you all these details very quickly, because otherwise it just pains them. Like my instructors who owned the aircraft, basically, like, you know, the aircraft was owned by the Aeroclub, they were like, unload this nose wheel on touchdown, on takeoff roll, on taxi, because if you don't, you might break it. It actually breaks. And I did my PPL on the grass airfield, and you know, the bumps on the grass, the extra friction, it can really get this nose wheel. So that's what they're worried about. Like prop strike, it's second thing. Nose wheel is absolutely crucial. Love this plane, take care. Yeah, the plane is cool. It's so slow and everything, but for this primary training, I think it's great, and you can practice in the sim. It's a bit slower, so you have more time to do everything and like accentuate everything. And then when you do it right, you get to a faster plane, and it should be a way smoother. Also, you see, I'm trying to talk about everything I'm doing, and it's happening so fast, and then imagine you have a faster plane. I literally cannot do and talk at the same time because I'm just talking too slow. Alright, let's try to get here. There's our cars and there's our apron. Remember, I need to go all the way up there, almost into the runway, and then I'll turn into the apron. So now I need to switch to right aileron. It's just the nose wheel here is not doing what it's supposed to do, so it's not turning as sharp as it should be. So it's a bit of a dance. And almost there. I can hear the Vision Jet. They can't see it. Alright. Let's turn there into the ramp, just behind the Vision Jets. The Vision Jet. Got to run birthday celebrations. Oh, amazing. Enjoy the party. Whatever you do, have fun. Very great flying. Thank you. And thank you for coming. It's really cool to do it with some audience when I can explain whatever is happening. And we just go into the ramp, shut down the aircraft, and call it a day. No, playing so fast, playing not turn, playing bad. So I think you can park nose to nose with Joe. That work. Oh, there's two Joes over here. So I know when there is this T, basically my wings should align with the crossbar and my tail should align with the vertical bar. And as far as I know, but I haven't seen it, these brakes are not working. So let's park on this one. Maybe I was just going too fast. Just, I don't feel the speed here. As far as I know, there is some like places for the rope to attach to tie down the aircraft. Alright, step on those brakes. Parking brake on, taxi light off, and we can start shutting down. So get the radius off. Transponder off. Alternator off. Mixture out. Wait for it to stop. Come on, plane. Can do it. There we go. Magnetos off. I would normally get the key off and put it somewhere here so that anyone can see the key is not in and they're not in danger of being struck by the prop. Beacon off. Now lights off. This light off. And we're done. Cool stuff. How long has it been? 1 hour and 43 minutes. Pretty cool. I think mishandled that. I have no clue when they were running. So I'll see if I can do any better so that I'm not doing anything important while that's running. Can't we actually put our like covers now? I think we can. I'm surprised the missions don't require... No, we cannot. Boo. I want to put my covers in. Why? Why can't I put my covers in? Is something wrong with the plane? I don't know. I don't remember if I ever tried putting the covers in after the flight. So this is off, this is off. Let's see if the trim, the takeoff position for the next guy to not have it in midstream. Off, off, off. Let's get the fuel tank to off as well. Also, we never do it in this aircraft. Just doesn't make too much sense to my knowledge. Parking brake is set. Everything looks fine. I can open the door. I cannot put the chokes. Interesting. Maybe it only works before the flight, but I would super want to put all the things in. So I'll put the pitot cover, the chokes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And if possible, tie down the plane. So 1 point here, 1 point here, and there should be one on the undertail. There we go. That's the third tie down point. Alright, that's it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for flying. It's been fun. I enjoyed the practice. It's so cool. We need to do it more. I'll be back. I've been up for a year. Now I'm back again. Everything is different in my room. I changed the setup a lot. I'm actually surprised the lights are working well. Normally I had to get some green light on my green screen, otherwise it was not working great, but now we just say okay. Fantastic. Alright, there's not many of us, but we'll do the right. I can make a big me. There is this big me. I still feel a bit upset that the camera is clipping just barely over my head. I need to work on that. Mike is there. We will write Ivanas. I know he's doing 12-hour stream today. been watching it before, and I will watch it later with you. So, again, thanks for coming. I had a blast. One thing I missed when not streaming is that when I'm streaming and I know we are watching, I put way more effort into my sim flying, and I love it. So I think we should do it more. I'm glad we had JNDJ flying and some tips and tricks and the little details on how to do it right. And I need to practice more, so we'll do that. Right, I'll be back on my back. I will not be announcing any stream times because it puts extra pressure on me and it gets me a bit stressed. And you know, I always want to do everything perfect, so trying to be on time like adds a lot of pressure. And I also am ready much earlier, so it'll take like an hour preparing for the stream, which doesn't make too much sense. So I'll do the Ryzen thing. I'll just stream when I'm ready, not letting you know. I know it makes it harder to fly along, but I hope it will work. So stay safe. We'll write Ibanez. I'll go to the end scene. Let's get these audio off. Where's my ending scene? Where's my ending scene? There is. There is. Is it there? It is there. I need to think about the new stream start and the stream end views or videos. I'll come up with something. I think it's time for me to learn Premiere. I have it. I haven't used it. Alright, let's get Raid ready. Right. Whoa, I almost typed Ibanez player 2000. We need 200. Alright, we're almost ready. We'll be raiding in a few seconds. Let's do that. Alright, let me get ready. I'll open the Ibanez stream so I can actually see that. What's happening? Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. So cool. Did we hit 2-hour mark? Let me see. 2-hour mark. Coming in 10 minutes. Alright, we're not gonna wait that long. Let's go. Let's go into the raid. I'll round down the music so I can actually hear Ibanez. And let's start the day. Great having you on board. I'm looking forward to stream again. Knock knock. Let's go to the raid. Bye.